Cool. We look like we got our next matchup ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. There we got it. We have Plum versus Purg. Here we go. Purg, the Feer, longtime show match man. He hasn't won any championships or anything yet, and he was just outside of qualifying last time, but here we have him taking on Plum. Plum, a recent top 100 player, has been there for the past couple of months. This is going to be an interesting matchup. Plum, from what I hear, you know, maybe I'm wrong, tilts a little easy, and lost the last one fair and square versus Pale Rider, but does not believe that we seeded this very well. That's okay. I'm not worried about it because you know what? He has another chance at another match here against Purg. Purg lying just outside the top 100 in ones right now, as he told us on stream a little earlier, and Purg will take the first goal with a nice long shot here. I'm gonna start to skip these replays now because I was a little upset last time. So here we go, Plum versus Purg. Plum taking the kickoff win here, but oh wow, a very nice touch coming from across the ball will be able to push this one in. I didn't think he was going to be able to get enough power on it, and we're going to watch him as he takes that one. Feer says no cap. Feel free to send me your seeding, the seeding that you think you deserve for Qual 2. That'll be pretty funny. Plum hops into the skies. Not a very smooth air dribble, but he had enough boost to be able to work it out and to recover. But unfortunately will gift Purg a nice free possession in the process. Purg not able to do anything with it though. And we see Plum retake possession. Plum has a lot of space here. Unfortunately not able to make anything of it this time. But he will maintain possession, it looks like, or at least some element of control here. And vouches instead to go for the boost against Purg. Purg, a nice play behind Plum, but taking it onto the wall, he's not going to be able to open up an angle onto the goal for himself, unfortunately. So he's going to have to, give possession back to Plum, and now Plum's turn to do it all over again. Both of these guys closing down angles pretty well, but a whiff from Purg is going to leave Plum that one and make it 2-1 Plum in game one here. A very close match. Hopefully we'll see something a little different than what we saw from Oath and Democat. Oath taking that one in a sweeping victory. Now Purg looking to make a very a small comeback. It's hard to even call it a comeback because there's so much of the game left. But he is down and he's going to have to equalize here, and he does with just over 3 minutes to go in game number one. Now, and that little power slide that goes backwards and turns your car like 90 degrees like that. Every time I do that, I end up facing the wrong direction. And Purg did it so well, so smooth. That's what got him the chip over Plum and got him that goal. Plum though, looking like he'll win this kickoff, but Purg probably going to take possession here, and that's okay. Plum, nice fake right there on the wall. It's really hard to take those off the wall with a lot of control, so Plum instead opting to wait until the ball comes off the wall to do that. Smart move, and Purg having to jump as high as he can to get up for that one. See, like Plum did there, hitting that ball early because he didn't know where Purg was on the field. Purg, it's going to be important. He missed that boost. Now Plum has the opportunity to shoot. Unfortunately, it wasn't an incredibly threatening shot. Forcing Purg to go up, but not really forcing him to relinquish his position in the goal. And that's going to be what Plum needs to do if he's going to want to score a third goal on Purg here. Purg retaining possession yet again. Just over 2 minutes to go in game one. Taking it really slow this time. He seemed to lose control, looking more for where Plum was on the field than where the ball was on his car, and lost both of those really in his line of sight, which you'll tend to see a lot, and we see Johnny Boy mention a lot of these on his streams. Is that these North American players really tend to do straight line plays whenever they want to go for these dribble plays and stuff like that. They will always do it just straight, facing right at the goal. And when you do that, you're never facing your opponent. You never know where your opponent is, making you you really just have to guess and use your game sense to figure that out. I'm sorry. I know these players get a little upset when I don't watch these replays, but I do love to talk. So Purg gonna take the lead in game 1 here. A minute and a half to go. Still anyone's game, as these guys still really, I think, trying to feel each other out. You know, we saw Plum go for one aerial play earlier, but really these guys staying grounded for the most part. And I don't know if this is their play style or if this is, you know, just them feeling each other out in game 1, kind of like we saw with Oath and Democat in our first series here. Plum looking like he should be able to finish this one off, tie up the game, making it 1-1. Now, this is going to be, this kickoff right here is going to be crucial because whoever takes possession right here can run out the clock if they really want to, or we can take a kickoff goal, and whoever gets the next goal really has the massive advantage going into the final minute of this game. So we're entering crunch time here with it being 3-3, and I'm cautious to say next goal wins, but that's so how it's so often how these games go, going tied into the last minute. So a very crucial possession here. Both players diving in a little earlier now. Plum taking possession. Purg not a lot of boosts. A fake challenge there, grabbing his own. Turning so sharply with that dominance in comparison to the Finnick. Plum not exactly ready for it, but Purg can't put it online just yet. Plum takes the demo from Purg here, and Purg's going to have to see what he can do with not one last possession, but oh wow. A threatening shot there from Purg, saved very nicely from Plum, but Plum takes the easy counterattack goal from Purg, and you know, just like I said, you know, with a minute to go, whoever takes that lead within that minute is more likely to more and more likely to win that game. And with 17 seconds to go, it's going to look like Purg's going to have to win this kickoff to some degree, at least take possession here if he wants a good chance at winning this game. Nice, he does so here. Not able to put a lot of power on it, but let's see if he's able to take another shot on net, take another crack at it if he can. He gets a nice thing here to misplay Plum. He can't get there just in time, but he might have one more chance if he can get this boost and get up just fast enough. Plum goes up early, and it looks like that is going to do it for game 1. Plum takes game 1. Awesome game, guys. Wow. Whew. Dang, that's stressful. That final minute of everything like that is very stressful. Plum takes game 1. We're going to go ahead and change that really quickly. We're getting a lot faster. Nice. Plum took longer than me. Let's go. That's exactly what we love to see. Poggers, right? Poggers, that's what all they say. Oh, shit. You know what? I gotta join the spectate here. Alrighty, folks. We got Plum versus Purg, game number 2. Game number 1 was a close one, 4-3 final in favor of Plum. And let's see if he can duplicate that action again in game number 2, putting Purg on double match point, really. Purg's going to have to win both of the next 2 matches if he wants to stay alive in this closed qualifier here. Now for the Feer 500 Season 1 closed qualifier, we saw Purg in both of the qualifying matches. This is Season 2 now and almost a year later, but you know, it's a testament to Purg to show, you know, he's been at the top level of ones for this long. You know, he got hit into the losers bracket pretty fast against Gino, one of our stream favorites. Both of these guys, Feer stream regulars. Unfortunately, playing each other in the first round because of the seeding, but Purg, you know, knocked into the lowers relatively early this time around. Trying to see if he can make the comeback run of the century through the lower bracket. Now another equalized game. 2 very similar players here in terms of their playstyle and how they are feeling each other out. Purg not too happy that Plum stole his boost there, but maintains pressure nonetheless with just 12. And now Plum's going to have to figure out what he's going to do with his very limited amount of boost. As his goes bar, down, and out. Oh, what a fake! And he's going to grief Purg as he comes back through. Purg nowhere to be found as the seconds tick off the clock. Plum popping it in as he wastes about 10 more seconds than Purg would have liked. You know, this is a lot more of a tilting thing than it is a time-wasting thing, especially this late or this early in the game. You love to see it though. I do this all the time myself. But Purg, let's see if it affects his mentality and his resolve. Maybe he's upset. Maybe he plays a little faster. We'll see how it affects him. Purg able to take the 100 boost there, retain possession. A Cookser pinch attempt from him too, and yet again, I'm telling you, these Cookser pinch attempts almost never result in a possession play, and only ever really work when your opponent is, you know, pretty close to you and pretty close to the ball. So Purg gets lucky there, you know, with the ball going off of his post. I'm wary to say that these Cookser pinches that we've been seeing all the time are the best course of action, and maybe that's just me because, you know, I can't do them myself, but I've never really seen them work consistently. And as soon as I do see a player that can do that on a consistent basis and put that ball in the net on a consistent basis, I'll continue to trash on the Cookser pinch. So here we go, Plum. I think Plum scored that one. I wasn't paying too much attention. I was watching the camera for that one. I'm trying to figure out, you know, what my own little casting style is here. Ooh, a quick challenge there from Purg, surprising Plum in his own back corner. But you know, when you challenge your opponent in their own back corner, if you don't win it exactly how you expect it to, it likely won't help you very much. Ooh, I thought that was going to be a demo from Plum onto Purg, but a demo might have helped Purg out a little more, coming out with 0 boost from that play. Ooh, an interesting 50-50 there from Plum, but it doesn't find the back of the net as he would have liked, though he still maintains some resemblance of possession here, and Purg having to go back for boost. With the little space that he has, let's see what Plum can do. And you know what? If you give a player like this as much space as that, and that's what boost starvation does really, is it opens up space. And if you give a player like Plum that much space, you know, there's really not much you can do with it, or not much you can do about that kind of play. He has so many options, and you have to close that space down as fast as you can if you wanna make him make a mistake. Plum taking possession yet again. A monster flick to the top corner, saved out by Purg. I am now screwing up these guys' names as they're both 4-letter P names. But Plum is going to retake the lead as he did in Game 1, with the exact same scoreline as we finished with in Game 1, but this time it happened a lot quicker. Purg seeming to, both of these guys seeming a little bit more comfortable in their offensive minds here, but also because of that, you know, both being a little bit more risky, both becoming a little bit more susceptible to these counterattacks by both players. Now that Plum knows he's up, he's gonna take the possession play back into his own corner. He's gonna wait for Purg to challenge, baiting him to his own back corner, opening up the space between Purg and his own net. So in the case that Plum does play it past Purg, Purg now has to travel so much further back and use up all of his boost. And it, you know, very, very nice meta plays here from Plum as Purg ends up taking Plum out of the game on the backboard of such a tough, what am I trying to say? Tough demo position there. I mean, I don't even know if he was going for the demo itself, but he was just trying to get the bump to shoot Plum like way off the backboard. He does it perfectly. Nice play from Purg. Purg losing the kickoff this time to Plum, but Plum not able to put an incredibly threatening shot on net, and Purg will have possession here. A little ping pong action probably going to happen here. Both of these guys just going to bomb it back and forth as Purg opts to now keep possession, but Plum Plum realizing that Purg was backwards, you know, trying to read the ball, and was not reading Plum's position, so Plum thought that was a good opportunity to make a surprise challenge. I totally agree. However, since it was in his opponent's corner, it didn't work out as he would have liked. Those corner challenges are always so difficult to put into a scoreable play. Purg now slotting it just past Plum, but not really able to do much besides starve of some boost. And we find ourselves in this last minute tied yet again. The next goal, or this possession, this point being what will probably be the most important point of this game. Purg sending a monster flick above the net. Plum reading it just right, but Purg looking like he will be just fine maintaining possession throughout. Now, Plum able to take a nice touch towards the net and trying to find Purg. He does. Will he be able to recover just fast enough? And he does that too, taking himself up just like last game, 5-4 with 16 seconds to go. Last game he went up 3-4 with 17 seconds to go. We're seeing a two titans of 1v1 against each other right now. And if Purg is able to take possession here, which he might be able to, as he's able to get both the boost and the ball, will take it on the ground and will flick it instead. Saved out by Plum. Plum has a lot of boost, so he might be able to get this off, but Purg, oh, wow, what a series. GG's from the both of them. You love to see it. Plum on to the next round. Purg out of this one, but he's got one more. He's got one more chance tomorrow, or not tomorrow, sorry, Tuesday against, what am I trying to say?